Today, I'm bringing you to a place which doesn't feel like Dubai, it doesn't feel like Abu Dhabi, it doesn't feel like you're even in the UAE. We could be in the Lake District, the Peak District, we could be in Spain, we could be in Portugal, or we could be in Switzerland. Because it's green, it's lush, it's surrounded by lakes, it's 77% water and 23% land. Today, we're in Jumeirah Islands. So we're in Jumeirah Islands, a place minutes away from business hubs like JLT, Dubai Marina, a gorgeous, lush community known for its 77% water and 23% land ratio, which is mental. A place which has been super popular with investors and end users alike over the last 12 months to 24 months particularly, because people are seeing the value, but more importantly, people love the community. People enjoy a clubhouse for residents only with some great restaurants in there. They've got a clubhouse pool for socializing, taking the kids, where they also host kids clubs and activities. Of course, most of these villas do have their own pool, but it also has a tennis court, a volleyball court, and a parade of shops, which you might just be able to see in the background on the other side of that bridge there, which again, everything's about water, nature, and greenery. So what you're about to see is a 4-bedroom villa, standalone, sat on a 12,000 square foot plot with 5,500 square foot of built up area. Now the plot and the built up been extended, the villa's been beautifully renovated, and it's sat on that. The main lake in Jumeirah Islands, anyone that knows Jumeirah Islands knows that anything sat on the main lake goes for premium money. It's the prime location in the whole of Jumeirah Islands. It is the place to be. So I'm really excited for you to see this home. Like I say, it is listed with one of my colleagues, Nick's for sale. We'll put some details below. But for me, this is just about showing you the comparisons between areas like Palm, Jumeirah Gulf Estates, Dubai Hills. And today you're about to see an absolute jewel in one of the most sought after communities right now, Jumeirah Islands. Take a look. So Jumeirah Islands has drawn a lot of attention recently for a couple of major reasons. One, it's been absolutely, I say ransacked, but ransacked is probably the wrong word, by renovators, investors who have seen the potential in this location, identified the fact that the villas are 19 years old, but in a fantastic community with lakes, a clubhouse, greenery, etc. And they've spent a lot of money renovating and reselling. So renovators have been in the market massively here, along with end users who have seen this as the perfect place to create your dream home, where you do get more value typically than the likes of Palm Jumeirah in terms of price per square foot and value, etc. So for me, Jumeirah Islands represents a hybrid between the beachfront, waterfront living of Palm Jumeirah, but then also the fully inland, all golf course facing Jumeirah Golf Estate. So I think it's probably a really nice combination between the two. For me, I love the community. Where we are right now is in one of the clusters. So for context, Jumeirah Islands has 46 clusters. We are then one of 16 villas in each cluster, and this particular layout is known as a garden hall. There's only 4 out of the 16 which are garden halls, so quite a rare layout. And it's definitely one of the most popular because of its open plan layout, and when it's finished to such a degree with Siemens appliances, marble countertops, ceramic and porcelain flooring, it really elevates the space. So the villa's gorgeous, the location's fantastic, it is for sale, and I think those now looking for more value are seeing that, you come to Jumeirah Islands as opposed to Palm, you'll get slightly better value for money. And of course, the further inland you go. So of course, this is a real estate channel, and you probably want to know how much something like this is going to cost you. So this particular villa is listed for 31 million dirhams with my colleague Nick, but in terms of the community of Jumeirah Islands, the range is huge. So for standard, non-renovated, non-extended villas, not backing a lake, you'll get an entry ticket price of 18 to 20 million dirhams around nowadays. But the top end, of course, prime location on the main lake where we are, fully extended, luxury, etc. You're going to be in for circa the 50 million dirham mark. There are some mansions as well, which can transact at slightly higher, but that's kind of a rough bracket. The range is huge, 20 to 55. And I think that also demonstrates if you do buy one in a good location and you put some money into it, a bit of TLC and upgrade it, the margin's there and it still is there because the resale value is huge for these and the demand is huge, particularly now in the Dubai market where we're seeing more end users than ever called to buy home. Look, I'm British. The UK is losing more millionaires than anywhere in the world and the UAE is gaining them. So prime villa communities like this, in stunning locations, and they're turnkey to move in, drop your bags and love and enjoy, the premium's going through the roof. So that's Jumeirah Islands for you in terms of price point. So the basics and a couple of fun facts. Community is about 19 years old, master developed by Nikhil, of course, the genius developer, master developer behind the Palm Jumeirah, 46 clusters, 16 villas per cluster, and 3 different types. So those are the headline. But my favorite headline is that in Jumeirah Islands, it is 77% water and 23% land. We're essentially stood on a floating cluster of land, 77% water, be 23% land. That is monumental to think of that sort of ratio and how it plays out, but it does, and it works beautifully. The idea of Jumeirah Islands is that you don't necessarily need to be beachfront, and it's not screaming Dubai. It actually has much more of a European feel, a lot more green, a lot more natural. And like I say, it's lakes rather than lagoons, it's lakes rather than sea. And as a result, it does have a lot more of a European feel. And this could easily be, some more of the Lake District in the UK, for example, or it could be some of the more picturesque regions of Portugal or Spain or France or Barcelona, wherever it might be. This is absolutely gorgeous, but the aesthetic is throughout. So everything has been interwoven from the moment you go into the security gate to the moment you go into the clubhouse or play tennis on the tennis courts or the volleyball courts, to act as a reminder that you're surrounded by water and you're essentially on a floating bit of land, which is really, really cool. So there we have it. You've joined me for Jumeirah Islands, and next week you'll join me for somewhere else, I hope. But Jumeirah Islands for me is definitely one of the gems, and it's no doubt in my mind why it's become so popular, from the proximity to the marina, to the green, the landscaping, the lakes, and of course, the beautiful properties. Jumeirah Islands, you've been a beauty. Thank you for joining Broker with Benny. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. And if you haven't already, subscribe, please.